Does my boy want that? Come get it.
All right. And we're live. Welcome to IPLCast 77, coming to you from the rather good and temperate climes of Sydney. This is that rare moment in the year, of course, when we get lulled into a false sense of security by how nice the weather is, and then are ultimately doomed on the weekend when it suddenly turns to crap.
To be fair, we've had a couple of nice weekends.
We've had a really good week. Like, the last couple of weekends were really good. The days leading up to the weekends were really good. It's oh god, it's the second week. You said really good seasons only run for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're screwed next week.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, we're 3 weeks from going to Japan at this stage.
Yeah, around about.
Yeah. Excited? All of the Pokemon stuff?
I'm going to buy so many plushies.
The literal first thing we're going to be doing after putting our things away and possibly collapsing from exhaustion is going to a Pokemon Center.
Waste no time.
Yeah, no. We're not wasting any time. This is going to be a whirlwind tour of Pokemon. And occasionally other things, but mostly Pokemon. Alright. So, having said that, let's not waste any time and get straight onto it. We have quite a few external headlines. A couple of things having to do with, well, everything having to do with Sun and Moon. But our first big news coming for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Something to do with you being the Queen of France?
I am the Queen of France.
I am the Queen of France.
Okay.
Dusk Lycanroc. The first new Pokemon that has been revealed for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and it is another form of Lycanroc. In what can be considered a bit of an anticlimax, the new form revealed possesses the ability Tough Claws. It will also learn Acid Rock, a signature ability of Midday Lycanroc, and Counter, a move associated with Midnight Lycanroc. Unfortunately, it looks like a tanned Midday Lycanroc with a bad hair day. Such disappoint.
Okay. Your initial thoughts about this?
I'm not overwhelmed or impressed.
Okay, right. You just
Look,
are you whelmed? Are you underwhelmed?
I'm rather underwhelmed. Like,
Okay.
it's something, and it makes sense for the Pokemon to have this form, I guess, but it's not even that visually different. Like, Midday Lycanroc and Midnight Lycanroc are very different in appearance, and this one just looks like a spiky Midday Lycanroc that's orange.
So the three Pokemon that have been revealed so far that we can talk about, which is Ultra Form Solgaleo and Ultra Form Lunala, and what is this? Dusk Form Lycanroc. All essentially fall into the box that I would call Pokemon OCs.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'm just something new, man. Like, show me the.
It's like when you get some official artwork and just draw like your own variation like over the top of it.
Yeah, literally, somebody just added a furrier mane to Midday Form Lycanroc.
And then they just like paint dropped the orange.
Yeah. They're like, you know what this needs?
You still
This
got
needs
that
color.
white outline.
Yeah, they looked at it and went, okay, you know what this needs? Paint bucket.
Purple.
Orange.
Needs purple.
That'll do. Yes. Just
Perfect.
purple. Yeah, I wish it was purple. At least then it would be like, okay, cool. That's a
Just-
change. No, it's probably
Put in with, like,
gonna be ground or rock type or something.
Just paint dropped in Microsoft Paint.
I would have preferred that. Well, no, I genuinely don't know if I would have preferred that, but it annoys me that this is the thing they come up with, because it ties to what happens in the Sun and Moon anime as well.
Well, I imagine it would. That seems to be a thing that they do.
Having said that, the animation for the fight, I believe, where he transforms, is pretty kick-ass.
I would expect.
Yeah, no, it's like the animation quality for battles in general has just like hit the roof. It's out there. It's in orbit. It's pretty good. I'm amazed about that. I am not about the design for Dusk Form Lycanroc. I wish they would show us something. Are there new Alolan forms that we can consider here? Not just there's an in-between form for for Midnight and Midday.
What about Morning Lycanroc?
Like Dawn Lycanroc.
Dawn Lycanroc.
Oh, great. So the game basically gives me 4 variants of the same Pokemon to collect again.
It looks like a Midnight Lycanroc, but purple.
Just give me more Oricorio at this stage.
I'm betting you they will.
There's gonna be a 5th form. Almost certain there's gonna be a 5th form. But
there will now be a new Oricorio every game to show off like new types.
Instead of Eevee, because they've apparently ran that joke into the ground. I wish there were extra forms for Eevee.
Oh, I'm sure they will be eventually.
Oh yeah, I mean they've been asked, and I'm waiting for news of the Switch version to drop after November. Like literally the first couple of weeks after the game launches, they're quiet, and then they just drop this big thing, and it's like, hey, guess what's coming next year? And we'll be like, oh my god, it's amazing.
As we do.
Yep, as we do. So like I think we're saving all of the fawning for the new version next year.
Because God knows Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon isn't going to get it at this rate.
Right now, no. We're getting it because we're helpless Pokemon fans, and this is what we do.
Yeah.
Gosh,
but we're not getting both versions each.
Yeah.
That's how unhappy we are.
This is the first time we've decided to get like
one each.
Are you listening, TPCI? This is what you're doing to us.
We'll only give you some of the money.
That's 50% of the total purchase expenditure of what we do for the games going to you. Don't you want our money? Okay, anyway, let's move on to something nicer. More Mega Evolution Stones. This you might actually like this.
The giveaways continue as 4 more Mega Evolution Stones become available for distribution. Galadite, Gardevoirite, Lopunite, and Deansite are available for Sun and Moon with the universal code POYONG, P-O-Y-O-N-G. All regions are encouraged to grab these while they're there. I haven't bothered getting any of them.
Yeah, I would, since you're a big Gardevoir
I might
actually do it with this one.
But I haven't opened the game in ages, honestly.
Poyong is Gardevoir's category in Korean.
Yeah. I am a disgrace of a Pokemon trainer.
I've got your thing here. Do you want me to download it?
Yeah, go for it. There we go. Problem solved. Someone else will do it for me.
Husband! Get me my...
Husband, do for me.
So I'm downloading that live now. So that allows us to move on to the next headline, which is Pikachu Outbreak Yokohama.
The annual Pikachu outbreak is on in Yokohama, and while we're not there to cover it, we are aware of the various shenanigans that are going on. Besides there being multiple Dittochew on the scene, there are now also Mimikyu roving around, trying to win the sympathy of passers-by. In addition, a special Pikachu is being distributed during the Pikachu Carnival Parade. This distribution is non-unique, which means lucky passers-by can keep receiving as many Pikachu as they want for as long as they have room for the Wonder Card in their game.
That's right. How many updates did you miss? Updating your 3DS as well.
Oh, probably a lot.
There's quite a lot. Oh
yeah,
god, there's a lot.
Yeah, there would be.
Alright, so besides the fact that there are Dittochew, in quite a... I think there's like Dittochew balloons and actual Dittochew costumes. There's also apparently a really sassy Pikachu that doesn't like playing along with the others. And there is a Mimikyu that definitely does not like playing along with the others, but tries. We've seen footage of the Mimikyu. The Mimikyu is fantastic.
Yeah, the guys, the people that they must get for these costumes, they must be exhausted at the end of the day, because it cannot be easy moving in those things, let alone making them animate the way that they do.
Yeah, and like Mimikyu is much harder because Mimikyu's the Pikachu head on Mimikyu bobs. Like,
Yeah.
it drags. It actually has weight to it.
Yeah.
But Mimikyu itself spins. Like Mimikyu twirls.
Yeah,
It's
so
pretty
there's a poor sod in that costume spinning.
It's like let's spin with a head that bobs from side to side. That doesn't feel like it's healthy. But yeah, I mean, whoever they get to these, thank you for doing that. You're pretty amazing, and you're out of your mind. But well, anyway, yeah, there's a Pikachu being distributed during the Pikachu Carnival Parade. This is one of those distributions where you can just keep getting as many as you want for as long as you can host a Wonder Card, and I think you can host up to 20. So you just keep grabbing.
Yeah, but then you can like delete the Wonder Cards, and then you can get more Wonder Cards.
Yeah. This is awesome. Except we won't be there. So that, I think that runs until the last week of August, and then we'll be there. So, but in addition to the Pokemon, the Pikachu Outbreak Yokohama, we've got Pokemon Go Park.
In addition to the Pikachu outbreak, Pokemon Go is present with the creation of Pokemon Go Park. Actually a series of 2 parks, the venue now has Kanto Park in Red Brick Park, which features Generation 1 Pokemon, and Johto Park in Cup Noodles Museum, which features Generation 2 Pokemon. To aid Pokemon Go players, physical representations of the Pokestops and the Soul Gym have been set up at their actual locations to serve as visual aids. 2KM eggs collected at the event contain slightly different Pokemon from normal. Pokemon Go Plus is actually available as a retail product. And finally, Mr. Mime, a Pokemon usually only available in Europe, is available here. The park is only available for a week, starting at August 9th and ending at August 15th.
I have
Tina's going to rant.
Yes, I'm going to
in brackets.
Let's just say that this is, I mean, if it ends tomorrow without incident, this will be the first successful Pokemon Go event that has happened in the real world. Because that is freaking amazing that they got 2 completely different venues with, I believe, something like 15 Pokestops and a gym in between. And what they did to clearly mark out where people had to go, they put in giant physical representations of each of the locations. Like, if you need to get to a Pokestop, you do not need to look at your game. You just need to walk to a sign. Or to walk to the gym, or whatever it is. I'm rather impressed that they managed to do that. They did divide it into 2 venues. There's Kanto Park, like we said, which was, they basically took
probably a smart decision considering what happened last time they tried to pack everyone into one venue.
I mean, Grand Park was big and Red Brick Park isn't, but Red Brick Park, they completely took out Red Brick Park and said this is going to be Pokemon Go Park for Kanto, and you go there and it's Kanto Pokemon. I believe it's almost exclusively Kanto Pokemon. And they have tents there, you can grab stuff in there, they have merchandiser, that's fine, you can go in and grab stuff. Easy. Done. And if you want Gen 2 Pokemon, you move over to where the Cup Noodles Museum is. Incidentally, I now know where the Cup Noodles Museum is, and so it's going into my itinerary for Yokohama. I think we're going to be covering the Cup Noodles Museum in Yokohama and the Ramen Museum in Shin Yokohama. This is going to be a day where we're going to need to rest after dinner.
Time well spent.
It is time damn well spent. So Cup Noodles Museum is just primarily Gen 2 Pokemon. I believe that's where the gym is as well. Like I said, physical representations of the Pokestops and the Soul Gym. They've got they've tweaked the 2KM eggs so that they have stuff different from normal. Oh, one thing that I did include in here that's super important: Mewtwo. Mewtwo is it's a raid gym encounter.
Well, everywhere?
No, at Pokemon Go Park.
Fuckers.
Yes, they got Mewtwo.
To be fair, we've put like 0 effort into getting any of the birds.
Yeah, well, I mean, the spawn rate is apparently dismal, so...
Well, that and, like, we don't know 10 people to help.
Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, if you were at Pokemon Go Park, you'd have complete strangers assisting anyway, because, like, the
well,
spawn
yeah,
rate would have been
at
super
that
high.
Place, yeah. But, I mean, like, in general, for the birds...
Oh, yeah, in general, it was always going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other thing is, Pokemon Go Plus is available in retail, and I'm like, what? Really? I've had so much trouble trying to get it to even be in stock here. I don't even want to buy it in Australia anymore. I'm so burned out. But they have it in retail over there? I can walk up to a counter and pay for this?
It's like your mind has blown inside of your skull.
It's like they've learned to control their distribution for their domestic market. Um, Mr. Mime, which is a European exclusive, is actually available in is actually available there for the duration of the park, which is I think good.
Does Gen 2 have any region exclusives?
I don't actually know. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Okay. So besides the fact that it ends tomorrow and it only went for a week, but I'm still pretty impressed. If it went for a week, I haven't heard any incidents from it. I heard that they dropped Mewtwo. That was awesome.
To be fair, running for a week is probably a much smarter idea than trying to cram everyone into one day.
You know what's an even better idea? You know what's in the park? Cell site signal boosters.
Yes.
They have trucks with mobile site signal boosters.
Yes.
To allow people to travel from point to point without losing signal or GPS tracking.
A perfect idea.
I know. They worked out all of the kinks. At which point I went, oh my god. Like, is America that screwed up that they can't even run a Pokemon event properly?
Honestly, it would have taken like the most minimal of forethought to have figured this out.
You think, right?
Like you know that your game has connection issues. You should have at least tested the capability of the phone towers over there for that location. Like, bringing in signal boosters is not a radical idea.
No, it's not, and it's relatively inexpensive. I don't think, I think these were signal boosters they had signal boosters for SoftBank. I don't know if they had ones for NTT or any of the other ones in particular, but I believe these were being sponsored by a different company. I think it was Yahoo Japan that was co-sponsoring these. And it's like, this is basic. This is crazy basic.
Yeah.
Put signs so you know where people can assemble, right? Extend the area so people can cover it well. Give incentives. Run it for a week. And put mobile infrastructures. This is a Go event done right. Again, I'm seriously unimpressed with what Niantic did in Chicago. And I'm definitely impressed with what they pulled off in Yokohama. And I imagine it's because the guys in Yokohama have also had the benefit of
learning
from
the mistakes of others.
Not just learning, but they also have
the benefit of forethought.
It's not just the benefit, but they also have they're also at TPCI's headquarters functionally, like they're right there.
Yeah, but so is everyone when you have a phone.
Yeah. So I'm quite annoyed that it all went to hell in Chicago.
I'm sure many people are.
Oh no, heck yeah.
Especially the poor sods that paid $400 and then plane and accommodation and all that crap.
Yeah, the people that paid thousands of dollars to fly there. But I'm quite impressed with this event. Even though we weren't able to attend, this is the sort of caliber of event I expect for Pokemon Go. Being such a big game that's so focused on location and mobile infrastructure. If you can't get those two right, you shouldn't be running this game. That was my rant. Thank you. But yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to all of the Pokemon stuff when we're there. And if they end up chucking anything in September that will grab our attention, I'm gonna be so happy.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
they like to announce stuff like the day before, you know.
I don't mind that because it's like we've got unless it's the day when we go to the Ghibli Museum, the itinerary is pretty flexible. And we're not really, oh my god, we can't, do that stuff. We can look at it. Like, I look at the Japanese, the Pokemon Japan Twitter all the time, and I just watch out for these sorts of things now. You never know. If it gets announced and we're in a good place, we can take advantage. It'll be awesome.
Quite so.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to it. Just the stuff in general that they'll have. when we're there is going to be significant orders of magnitude better than the crap we've had to put up living in, Australia land.
Koala Land.
Koala land. Well, that's... But, like, because we're tied with Europe, right? So when Europe has a... When Europe has a thing, oh, yeah, Australia gets the promotion, too. I'm like, come on. We can't even get stuff shipped here from Pokemon Center because it's so expensive. Like, I would like there to be some way for us to buy merchandise that isn't EB Games. Like, just maximize your profit margin and open a storefront here with a distribution center somewhere in Melbourne. I don't care. Because we'll buy that crap.
Yeah.
Right? Unless it's super exorbitant and costs twice as much because of Australia tax. In which case, you're doing your business wrong.
I imagine that's what would happen.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, let's talk about the August event that's currently running on the IPL, which is called Deep Dive. So between Ula Island, Sulphur Island, and Challenger Island lies the Challenger Deep, an actual real-life name. An abyss fathoms deep and usually inaccessible. Trainers have been challenged to explore the deep in an attempt to aid the local scientific community. So the premise of this is, there is deep water lying in the area between the three major islands of the Challenger Archipelago. And in that abyss, usually that's not explored, but the scientific community in general is interested in exploring it, primarily because over it is where the giant Mecha Regigigas is. So they're challenging trainers to go explore it, but trainers have to figure out how they can survive the crushing pressure, and how to explore stuff and record and return anything they find. They've been allowed to catch anything they find down there, as long as they can present specimens to the scientific community at large as well. So who knows what they'll find while they're there. This event runs from, I believe it ran from August 6th to the end of August, to the 31st. So trainers have that much time. Just present artwork showing what you're doing in terms of this challenge. It's basically an art prompt. Good luck. Also, with regards to the ranking season 2 stuff, the verdicts have already made their way to external judges. I am just waiting for those to come back. I have sent follow-ups, and they're going to get angrier with each successive week, I guess. All right. So that is those were our external issues and our internal issues, as it happens.
Hooray.
Cool. Was there anything else? Did we miss anything? I don't think we missed anything.
I don't think so. There's not much happening.
Yeah, it's one of those times when it's like a super quiet week. Oh, something just came in. If you live in Australia, which you probably don't, but if you live in the Europe, if you live in Europe, or the Americas,
You live in the Europe land.
you can now go to your local GameStop or EB Games or Game, and grab a code to obtain Salazal. It has an ability called Corrosion. It is holding a focus sash, and it has the moves Fake Out, Toxic, Sludge Bomb, and Flamethrower.
Salazzle's alright. Pretty weak, but it looks cool. That's really the only thing that stopped me from training one. Like it's pretty weak. You have to rely on tactics, not strengths.
Yeah. So that's it for now, unless we get anything bigger that comes in. Maybe, I don't know. Pokemon I Choose You apparently is now it will be showing on US theaters when it comes out. We might be away when Australia hosts its theater thing, but I don't really care.
Yeah,
From what I understand of the movie, I am much disappointed.
It's on Netflix,
Yeah. Anyway, we'll leave it for now, and we will catch you on IPLcast 70. Wait, hold on. Actually, let me check. Will there be an IPLcast 78? Yes, there will. Literally 3 days before we fly off.
How exciting.
So, you'll catch us then. We'll be announcing the September event that will be running while we're away. So apologies for the slowdown in activity across all fronts, but we are actually going to be away. But do stay tuned to this channel. I will be trying to post updates for every day. They might not be posted literally every day we're there, but I will be editing one for each day we're there. Cool. I am the Queen of France. Alright, so we'll leave it there. We'll catch you on IPLCast 78. And also, if you're wondering where she is, she's not feeling well, so she's away today. But hopefully she'll be able to join us on IPLCast 78, and we'll have Katie here before the two of us over here head off to Japan. I'm pointing in the correct directions now. Alright. In that case, we will catch you next time. Have a good one.
Bye.